Welcome back to Gin Reviews from South Florida. Tonight, we're going to Argentina. And we're doing this beautiful one here. This is Principe de los Apostles Mate Gin. Argentina. We're coming in at 42.5%. The base spirit is made out of wheat. And it is in contemporary style. Now, the botanical list, very interesting. We have coriander, eucalyptus, grapefruit, juniper, of course, paprina, and yerba mate, or just mate. Now, paprina is a type of mint that grows in Argentina, and it's really cool. There's these three different enzymes or character components to it that gives a flavor profile of peppermint spearmint and basil peppermint, or chocolate basil peppermint as some say. But I just think that's so cool. It's like its own little gin for an herb. Right there's the bottle. Look at this thing. It is definitely a wine bottle. The distillery that this comes out of is a traditional grappa distillery. Unfortunately, and I don't know why, they didn't use grappa as the base. They use wheat. I would have loved to try a grappa based gin. I mean, come on, just because. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, here's a little side thing for all you distillers out there that want to put gin in a wine bottle. Make sure there's a punt. I mean, just put a punt there. For me. It's very, very cheap. Let's pop this bastard open, shall we? Now, unfortunately, they had to double seal this one, and yeah, that was, well, we'll take old Bucky out here. It's not even that high a caliber of plastic on here. Sorry, decisioner. You know what? I don't even want to put that on the ground because I'm afraid if Ange gets that, she'll get some kind of like weird Hulk thing, like gamma blood, you know, in the Hulk. That was Brazil, but pretty close. Closer to Argentina than we are, or I am. Alright. I mean, seriously. No bueno. Okay. There is a cork in there, as we can see. Let's pop it open, and, you know, we get what we get. Yeah. No more, no less. Meh. Alright. Ooh, I could smell the juniper already. I'm gonna use this shooter. I find now. Well, I found this out the other day actually. Just a small amount here in a shooter, and I can get such better aeration for on the nose than I can with that other little snifter one. So on first inspection, it's very, very clean. You can tell they vapor distilled each botanical. There is a little legging going on, and I'm guessing from the wheat, but let's see how it is on the nose. Ooh. Okay, there's definitely, like, right away, the citrus of the grapefruit. But it's, like, pithy grapefruit. Coriander for sure. Grapefruit coriander. And you know what? That paprina, the mint, it's beautiful. I also do smell juniper, for sure. I mean, it's It's not hidden. It's definitely contemporary though. Well, I gotta try this little bastard. You know what though? Let's do it justice. Yeah. Salute, man. Whoa. Wow. Nice burn. Oh, it's such a nice burn. Ooh, it's building intensity. Wow, this is so different. Oh my god, it's still going. Okay, all right, I'm gonna try to get this out in the best way that I can. It's loud. It's loudly flavored. That mint is like, it's present from the before it even hits the tongue. The cooling, it's like a peppermint, like a really strong peppermint candy that's nothing but peppermint extract. And you know how like everything's really nice and cool on the exhale? Well, that is exactly what this is doing. But the eucalyptus, okay, and the peppermint together, it's almost like an oil. It's viscous in the way that eucalyptus and peppermint tea. That is exactly what it is. It's like peppermint tea with nothing else, just peppermint tea, but it's a little viscousy, has an oil on the back end. There's definite like vegetable. It could be the mate, but it tastes more like you know what it tastes like to me? In the springtime, especially in the northern states, there's spring onions that pop up everywhere. And I love using them in recipes, especially when I'm in the kitchen, especially when I was in Tennessee. I used them in a lot of things because they're everywhere. I mean, you just gotta forage. Anyway, I'm getting that. If you have ever had a spring onion, like picked out of the ground, and you ate the bulb on the bottom, that is exactly what this has. It's like a scallion or a shallot. Wow, it's still getting that cooling menthol effect too. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely very cool. This is definitely a very nice, neat sipping gin. We're gonna make a martini, and I have in here a little bit of olive brine. To that, I'm adding a ½ ounce of dry vermouth to 2¼ ounces of this beautiful Principe de los Apostles mate gin. It's a mouthful. And of course, little orange bitters, Oregons. I like Oregon's drying effect. It goes around and round and round and round and round and round in the town, and it goes around and around and around in the cup. Just the classic here, lemon twist, and one of those beautiful garlic olives. Oh, baby. Do me right. Do me right. Salute, salute. I mean, just look at that, huh? Okay, not a good martini gin. The problem here is it's just too much menthol for a martini. I mean, especially for a standard martini. Yeah, So, you know what? That's fine though. Now we know, right? What we should do though is make up, let's think, mint, creme de cacao. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm gonna make a cocktail. I'm gonna make a riff on a classic 20th century cocktail. Everything that I used in this cocktail is right on that little shelf right there. So we're gonna build right here, right now. And the first thing is we always go what? The cheapest first, right? So there is a 1/4 ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice. I'm gonna put that in the bottom section of my shaker here. I have right here a 1/4 ounce of the creme de cacao. Here is a 1/2 ounce of the dry vermouth. One and a half ounces of the Recipe des Apostles. Hold on. Mate gin. Told you it was a mouthful. Okay, so I have the other half here filled with ice. We're going to do what we do. I'm joking. I know, I'm very cynical. All right. Now, I like this style of coupe glass when I'm doing like a very nice classic cocktail, and I just thought it would go great with the lemon peel. Not the same one from the other drink, but the same lemon. Alright, so we're gonna double strain. Now what I'm hoping is the peppermint, spearmint, and eucalyptus notes that I'm getting from this gin will coincide with the creme de cacao, and if memory serves correct, mint and chocolate go together like tuna fish and peanut butter. Alright. You gotta love that. I mean, the showmanship. Oh, little lemon speck, get the hell away. And here is my riff on the 20th century cocktail. Salute and praise Jesus. Oh my God. Okay, look. Okay, I am not a mixologist, okay? I am not a bartender. I am a chef, and I am very, very passionate about gin. And I also believe that I can create some amazing cocktails. And it's not just me. Well, you know, when you make anyone a guinea pig for cocktails, they usually love it. But I can tell you, I can taste the peppermint mixing with the chocolate with the creme de cacao. The lemon juice acting as a nice acid base to bring a little sweetness up to it. The gin, the juniper is pronounced in this. It is so beautiful on the classic note. The dry vermouth, instead of that the dry vermouth instead of the Lillet Blanc is doing. It's bringing this dryness to the cocktail that is bringing down that mentholated taste I was getting with the Martini, and it's bringing up a sweetness and like a delicate touch. Well, now we gotta name the drink, right? I don't think anyone else came up with this, but you never know. And plus, you know, drinks aren't trademarked, so, well, there's a few out there. We won't speak its name because of the trademark. But it looks regal. How about the Regal Millennial? I like it. I think it goes very well. If I was to make a 20th century cocktail without this gin, then yes, I would make it in the traditional sense, and I would use the Le Blanc and go that route. But if you are fortunate enough to acquire or already have a bottle of this gin in your collection, I strongly advise that you try this cocktail. If you are someone who does appreciate a really nice pre-prohibition style of cocktail like I do, I really think you're gonna enjoy this. It has a twist at the end here, but again, this is why I do what I do, because I love gin so much, and I knew I could utilize this in some way. So please, I implore you, if you do make this, write me a comment, tell me what you thought, tell me maybe what your tweak was on it, and tell me if you like the name. I think it's kind of cool, the Regal Millennial. Huh? From me to you to me, and everyone else here in the States, from sea to shining sea, I wish you a wonderful afternoon, day, morning, and to many more delicious cocktails from Gin Reviews from South Florida. Cheers, you bastard.
Hello friends, it is I, the Pink Armadillo of Argentina. Now listen, subscribe, please subscribe to this gin bastard. He just wants you to have a cocktail with him, and if I bite him, I will give him the leprosy. Alright, goodbye.